when the sky cried for us. It started as a drizzle, the kind of rain that made mothers pull their children inside and tailors rushed to cover their machines. By midnight, it was a flood. By morning, an entire town was underwater. Corpses floated where playgrounds once stood. Wooden homes cracked open like eggs. Babies clung to lifeless mothers. And in the hills above the valley, behind thick glass windows and armed gates, the people in power sipped wine and slept well. Because they knew this would happen. They were warned 5 years ago, 3 years ago, last month. But they did nothing, and now the town of Aramu was drowning, in rain, in sorrow, and in silence. Aramu wasn't rich. It was a fishing and farming town cradled between two rivers, long abandoned by national development. The drainage systems were clogged, the roads were cracked, the emergency shelters never built. But the leaders, they built mansions in the hills. They approved fake reports that said all systems functional. The governor even hosted a foreign business gala the same night the skies broke open. In just 2 days, thousands were displaced. Over 600 children orphaned, nearly 300 bodies unclaimed. People cried for help. No response, no boats, no medical aid, no shelter. The government sent only one thing, a press release, blaming the rain. In the heart of the chaos was Idara, a 28-year-old volunteer teacher who lost her home, her school, and nearly her life while saving a group of orphaned students clinging to a rooftop. She had no family left, no place to go. But she had rage. From a flood camp made of scrap wood and old tarps, Idara began organizing survivors. She recorded videos, posted updates, gathered evidence, leaked voice notes of local officials laughing about fake reports and those noisy villagers. And then, they came for her, 3 masked men at night. Her tent slashed, her phone stolen, her name on a watch list. But she wasn't alone. A video had already gone viral. Idara, waist deep in water, holding a crying child, yelling into the camera. This isn't a flood. This is murder by neglect. The world began to watch, and so did someone else. The savior arrives. His name was Dr. Elias Kurede, a renowned civil engineer and disaster relief advocate exiled years ago for exposing national corruption. When he saw Idara's video, he returned, with no title, no permission, but with blueprints, equipment, and an army of young volunteers ready to rebuild what the government left to rot. In days, he built floating clinics using recycled plastics, created solar-powered water purifiers, worked with international groups to set up mobile schools and shelters. He met Idara and said, "They used your tears for headlines. Let's use them to change laws." Under mounting global pressure, evidence and protests led by Idara and Elias, the government could no longer hide. The governor and 4 commissioners were arrested, charged with embezzlement, negligence, and abuse of office. Aramu was declared a national emergency zone. New flood defenses and drainage systems were ordered with transparent contracts. A memorial statue was built in Aramu with the inscription, "When the sky cried, we rose from the waters." Idara now leads a national orphan support initiative, and Elias. He's back in the country, designing disaster-proof towns. But most of all, the people of Aramu now have something they were long denied: a voice, a future, and justice.